Good evening, this is your AI host, Jay. I'm here with the automatically generated, Journato, evening headlines on December 23, 2022. Homes for Ukraine, 185 sponsorships broken down in knee. Russia explores buying stranded jets from Western leasing firms. Ukraine's Evgeny Maloletka, agency photographer of 2022. The Guardian, the face of defiance in Ukraine. I don't feel pain looking at my selfies. They make me optimistic. Winter storm Elliott, power outages hit 1.1 meters and flights cancelled in path of deadly sub-zero weather. Live. The Independent, major winter storm causing travel delays ahead of Christmas holiday. WPLG local 10 to 15,000 flights cancelled or delayed as once-in-a-generation bomb cyclone cancels Christmas. Colorado Springs Gazette, power cuts hit 400,000, thousands of flights cancelled in Winter Storm Elliott. Live. The Independent, Winter Storm Elliott delivers a blizzard to Ohio. Winter storm in US and Canada causes power outages for thousands. BBC, weather warnings in US as Arctic freeze grips Northern Hemisphere. Financial Times, more than 60% of US population under winter warnings, officials say. CBC News, winter storm in US and Canada causes power outages for over 1 million. Brendan Loughnane, Professional Fighters League champion's story of perseverance and success. Christmas, emotional family reunions at Belfast airports. BBC, Manchester Airport, Christmas travel advice as strikes begin. Manchester World, 10,000 passengers expected at George Best Belfast City Airport on Friday, UTV. ITV News, Dublin Airport expecting its busiest day over Christmas period. Breaking news.ie, why I can't get enough of airports at Christmas time. Ukraine War News, live, Putin makes stark admission as Russia warns of US clash. The Independent, Putin speaks of brotherly relations with Ukraine, Russia-Ukraine war updates, English News Live. CNN News 18, shocked, Russia expert explains why Putin's change of word is significant. CNN, Putin's aggression has set Russia back 30 years, news. The Times, US says Putin's call to end war in Ukraine insincere. Qantas plane en route to London makes emergency landing in Azerbaijan. The Guardian, Qantas flight from Singapore to London has to land at Azerbaijan after smoke detected. Evening Standard, Qantas Sydney-London flight diverted to Azerbaijan after smoke detected on board. The Independent, Qantas flight from Singapore to London forced to make unscheduled landing in Azerbaijan. How did President Zelensky get to Washington? BBC, Ukraine president back in Kyiv, Russia keeps up attacks. The Independent, Zelensky returns from Washington visit. Euronews, as Donald Trump Jr. calls Volodymyr Zelensky an ungrateful international welfare queen, Europe must shore up support for Ukraine, Scotsman comment. The Scotsman, The Guardian view on Zelensky in Washington, a pivotal moment. January 6 committee report finds Trump and his allies engaged in 200 acts attempting to overturn election. The Independent, Donald Trump accused of multi-part conspiracy over the 6th of January attack. BBC, Jan. 6 committee's new report flips a script on history. The Hill, opinion, the last lesson of the January 6 committee. Serial killer The Serpent, Charles Sobhraj, freed from Nepal jail. BBC, Serpent, serial killer Charles Sobhraj freed from Nepalese prison. The Guardian, French killer Charles Sobhraj known as the Serpent freed from jail in Nepal. Sky News, notorious 78-year-old serial killer leaves for France after being freed from Nepal jail. The Independent, Serpent serial killer Charles Sobhraj freed, first have a lot of people to sue. 3 killed and several wounded in shooting in Paris. Sky News, Paris shooting, 3 dead and several injured in attack. BBC, Paris shooting attack leaves 3 dead and several wounded, BBC News. BBC News, 3 dead and 3 injured in shooting at Kurdish Cultural Center in Paris. The Local France, 3 dead and 3 injured in Paris shooting, reports say. This was all for the news. Thanks for listening. Please do not forget to like and subscribe.